on the certificates.
They have been though.
Have they been?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that in the little memos underneath where they're listing the county. They list the county as a certificate holder, but I don't see where they waived hold harmless and waiver of subrogation and listing the county as an additional insured. It's just a protective mechanism that, and it's common within the industry. Because let's just say for some reason we have something that happens out here to a subcontractor and they run out of limits. Well, whose project is it? Oh, here they come. So when you have those endorsements added onto their policy, that stops it so they can't come after you. So.
So we're stuck.
I don't know if I'd call it stuck, but yeah, this is the prudent thing to do. Yeah, because it should have been in the contract stating who was in charge of the builder's risk. Because even at the time when they did the building, or the bidding, I should say, if it would have come up and they would have said that you guys are in charge of the builder's risk, then you'd know. Yeah.
If it was never identified as they're bidding, they're not gonna assume they've gotta provide that coverage.
Right.
I'm sure, I would think.
Yeah, that was my conclusion. I'm thinking since it didn't designate who was in charge of the builder's risk, I figured the county's in charge of the builder's risk. Because there is not a policy out there. So if in the event that, like I said, I wasn't that concerned about it when things are underground, but now things are gonna start going vertical. Okay, more materials are gonna start showing up and.
I suppose if they'd have supplied the builder's risk insurance, they'd have put a little pad on there for themselves too.
Absolutely.
I agree, when Bill said that, we would have paid it
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah,
but
you would
I
have
still
paid it
don't know why it
regardless,
wasn't
yeah.
identified and it'd be in our budgeting versus another surprise.
Right,
I'm just tired of surprises.
understand it, yeah. It's been a struggle trying to get answers from Mr. Hanson, so.
Mr. Chair. Is this for the term of the project or is this an annual policy?
This is for the term of the project. Yeah. And I talked to ICAP, they said as we get closer to completion, like let's just say you're not moving in personal property or anything like that within the system, within the building, they'll pick it up at that time.
I had that thought, thanks Keith, because I only saw Palomar had 10/6/25 to 7/6/26,
Yeah, it
so
goes-
if it extends out, are we covered through
Well,
the
that's what I'm
full
hoping that the
project,
ICAP will
or
pick it up at that time because it'll be that close to completion.
the other ones I didn't see? But
Right, yeah.
Okay.
And I got those dates based off the contract. That's where I came up with that.
I guess I would make the motion for the cheapest quote. That's 22,
Yeah.
$443.71.
It'd be, I think, 222,
That is
217 if we don't pay tax.
Yeah.
Right. I'll have to ask them about that.
Support that.
Motion for approval of the low submission. Strider. Discussion? Not that I want to delay things, but my thought is, do we put pressure, or at least make the ask of our construction consultant to contribute towards this, since we would have rather known going in than after the fact?
Do you mean don't do this now and wait?
Wait and tell him that we think we
How
should
much at
split it,
risk
or
are
we
we?
should,
I'm sorry.
If we don't do this right now, how much at risk are we?
Walls are coming up November 13.
Start putting the bit walls up.
13th, their walls are coming is what I was told.
10th was what I saw in the construction thing now.
Okay, I didn't read that, so.
So we go ahead and do it.
You know, look at it this way, you can go ahead and do it and still ask. You know, at least then you'll have, it, you know.
His reputation's on the line too, though. Something happens on the site that he didn't tell the county to cover, I think it's reasonable for not having brought it up to, and if we pass to pay for it, I don't think he'll be incentivized to consider participating after the fact.
see what
But-
you're
He'll have
saying.
some damn excuse.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then it would take some form of litigation and how much time and, expenses that. I understand where you're coming from, Jay. I really do.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed? I'll abstain.
Too close to it. Okay. All right, any other questions from us? Okay, all right, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for finding that too, Bill.
Oh, yeah, no problem. All right, see ya.
Okay, next we have Summit Carbon Solutions update. Read the review and saw you were in O'Brien County. Am I gonna know already, or?
Well, it's probably not a whole lot of difference. But we've been trying to get around to all the counties, so we appreciate you guys getting us on the agenda and having us here today. Yeah, I should have brought it up.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. Project update, we've got new leadership, so this summer, they hired a new management team, so it's Joe Griffin's the CEO, Mike Higgins is the COO, and then they come with a whole team. There's like a dozen people that came in. They've all worked together on previous projects, over the last 40 years on different pipeline projects. So, and not just CO2, but multiple different products that they transported through pipelines. So that's our new leadership. Joe Griffin, like I said, is the new CEO. He invites if you guys have any questions for him, if you'd like to meet, if you'd like to discuss a project. We've got an email address there. You can reach out to Kylie Lang, and she can set up a meeting with him. Vision, mission, and values on the second page there. Biggest thing for me is that we're here for ag. I live down in Humboldt County, farm down in Humboldt County, realize the importance of the ethanol industry to ag, especially in times like we're in now with some demand struggles. We've got to keep the ethanol plant strong, keep the demand strong, and this is a way to open up new markets for that. For those ethanol plants and for the farmers. The landowner community partnership program, some of the changes we made, one of them was on easement options and annual payments. So we had a lot of people come back and say, hey, like windmills, if you have windmills, we can get a yearly payment from windmills. Or based on productivity of the windmills, we get a higher royalty rate and stuff like that. So we made it an option if they want to take the easement payment and basically come alongside the investors in the project, they would get paid the same as the investors would in the project. So if the investors see a 5% return, they'd get a 5% on their payment. And then an annual stakeholder payment paid per foot to the landowner. So for whatever feet they have, there's a different rate that they can get for the per foot going across the ground, along with still the cash payment. So if they just say, just give me the easement payment, we'll still just do a cash easement payment.
Assuming that's based on negative impact until the yields are back to where they historically were, that runs out longer than what was planned. Is there room to?
Yep. So as a standard, it's 240%. So it's 100% crop damage for the first year, 80% the second year, 60% the third year. So they get the 240. That's included with the easement payment. If they continue to see crop damage going forward for the life of the pipeline, we'll make it right with them. So in the easement it says crop damage, indefinitely. Just need some yield maps to come out and take a look at the loss. So that's in there. Same with repairing drainage tile. If they have 10 years from now have a tile damage on that easement property, we'll come out and fix it at our dime. So that's all included. We did do a one-time payment of $500 for surveys. So In Iowa, we won't necessarily have to do that, but Goodwill, it's a $500 payment for us, basically just to walk across the ground and take survey readings to make sure it's constructible going in that area. And then also with the 72-hour notice that we were going to do that. Emergency responder preparedness. So for each county, we're given a $50,000 grant and a $1,000 mile per pipeline. Here in Osceola County, you have 1.1 mile pipeline, and I've included a map of that. It's in the far southwest corner, going up to the pole plant there. And then fund CO2 specific response equipment training. So we come in each year. We know it's volunteer departments. We know that there can be at times, turnover. If you have multiple people that get turned over in a short period of time, we'd come back in a few months and do the training again if we needed to. We just keep in touch with the different counties on what they need. Implement real-time notification systems, and then ongoing coordination and annual exercises with first responders. And then community partnership. We've also implemented a county grant based on the footage in the county. Again, you guys have 1.1 miles, so it's probably not going to be as impactful as some of the other counties, but you still get that 50,000. The other thing I wanted to let everybody know, we are having open houses. That's included in that packet too. The closest ones to you guys, and again, I know this is further away, but Cherokee on the 11th and Emmitsburg on the 11th. So Cherokee in the morning, Emmitsburg over the lunch hours. So if you guys have any questions, come, or again, reach out to us if you have specific questions. The one thing I'll also mention is the tax benefit. That's one of the other flyers on there in the back there. So even though it's only a little over a mile of pipeline in the county, there is a capture facility at the plant. So there's a building, compressors, all that stuff. It's going to be around $588,000 a year that we're going to pay in property taxes. $300,000 that goes to schools, $27,000 goes to community colleges, $12,000 goes to that township, and then $247,000 goes to your general fund for the county. So, like I said, you have the capture facility. Along with that comes new jobs. So it's going to create some new jobs too in the county at that capture facility. So with that, I know I kind of rush through, but I know you guys have other stuff on your agendas too. So if you have any questions about the project, I'm happy to answer them.
Rochelle, since the ethanol plant was used on a prior project, would this be potential for TIF? Increased revenue since it's the same property? My thought would be no, but
We can't use it. I mean, we're done with the ethanol plant. We're not
it's the same
tipping on that. It's the same area, but we're not tipping anymore in the ethanol plant.
Yeah, I know. But with talk of $250,000 a year in increased valuation or available, I wondered if TIF projects would be a possibility. My first thought would be no, because it's the same parcel.
Yeah, I think we've done our 20-year limit on this one, so we would have to start over again.
Yeah, so it would be starting over.
I don't know, that would be a question somebody.
I thought I went to somebody smarter than me.
When it comes to TIF. I know the backside of it, I don't know the locality of it all.
Is the Sheldon School District designated because it's in that Sheldon district? So then you could take the 302 out of the equation for us, for this county, right?
No, I think they would, no, they get the.
Sheldon is not in, is in O'Brien County?
Yeah, you're right, yeah,
But did some of the kids in that southern part of the county go to Sheldon?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
but so our county would get nothing out of that?
Out of the 302,000?
Yeah.
That's the way it looks, yeah, since it's in the far southwest. Yeah.
So then
In
that's.
theory, they're still busing into our county and providing for county residents because that's the district, but yeah, it wouldn't come to us.
Well, I'm not for sure we would get that much anyway, because we are limited as to what we can, use for valuation, so it might not be the
Some of the
full.
proposals allow new evaluation to be treated differently than regular growth.
This is
though.
utilities, so I don't know how This would be assessed probably as utilities.
That was my
Well,
other question. If you're talking material and equipment on site, that probably is treated differently than.
I would think so. I mean,
replacement tax.
I think the pipeline and the actual capture
Gas and
facility
electric.
may be different. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
It's like,
it is
I can,
different.
if you want, I can get you in touch with the person that put these estimates together. And they can maybe share some of that detail.
Yeah, if you could provide how those estimates are figured, if it's based off valuation or what they think is the replacement tax.
Yeah, I know the capture
Gas and
facility adds quite a bit, the counties that have those.
Yeah, we just limited as to what we can use a new valuation. We can't, it's so percent, the most we can use is 3% of any new valuation.
Oh,
So
okay.
they
All right.
changed the law, so I don't know how this would affect it without having more information, so.
I can have our, the person that prepared this get in touch with you. You bet.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
J.D. Myers, M-Y-E-R-S.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, well, I appreciate you guys' time.
All right,
All right,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Separate note, Stanton's come back and changed the starter procedure. Do you know?
I don't know who they've been here.
Heat and air, maybe. Okay. We would have the next item, we discuss interview process for ambulance coordinator position.
Sandy was gonna be here, but she's on the ambulance call, so, she had reached out to 3 people from the advisory board to do the interview. We have 1 applicant so far. The deadline's November 1st, which is this week, but 1 applicant to interview, so I think it's Ty Schultz and, Verlin Kenninger and Don Schoberg are the 3 from the advisory board that would do the interview. And then Sandy and then 1 or 2 board members on that interview. But that's up to the board.
Thoughts?
I almost think if we get too many of them doing the interview, that gets to be kind of a pain. Because the 3 that you named, I think they'd do a good job. Or did you want to sit in on it, Kevin?
Well, thanks.
I really don't either.
I would consider it if that's your guys' wish.
I think it'd be good to, I understand what Mike's saying about getting too big, but I think the supervisors should probably have a presence. Could be good. We want to wait and see if she's available before our meeting ends, or any action, or
Has she given a date yet? When?
Now we're trying to, I think once we know what the board's wishes are, then we would set up a date. Probably next, I don't know, the next couple weeks, I'm guessing.
Know when her final day is?
Oh. Was it April? I mean, it was
You're right.
January, then I think she moved it back to April, I believe.
Yep.
Is the last I heard.
April 1 or the end of April?
You've
No, I
heard a
said it
lot.
was the 1st of April, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's.
You've heard a lot more than I have.
You know, is it, I know it's the beginning or end, or I don't know.
She hasn't told me anything about retiring from her dispatch jailer job, so I have no idea.
They the advisory board understands their need to participate or is willing, or?
She
Don't
reached
know.
out, she reached out to those three and they said they would be willing to serve on the board, so. I know it's Ty Schultz and Don Schobert. I think it's Berlin, but I'm like having them
I think you're
every
probably right.
I
block.
think you are too.
Interest in action on this item, or wait and see if she might be available before we leave for the day?
Let's see if she's available before we're done.
Hearing nothing other than that, then that's the approach we can take. Next item is listed as consider approval of active shooter guidelines for Osceola County.
Have one? Oh, mine.
I think Jeff probably took it.
Who knows what I did?
What? I didn't have this.
Who knows what I did? I think she had Kevin look at this guidelines, or Austin. Austin did, and then that, ICAP, a representative from ICAP also looked at it and reviewed it, so
It passed all of them.
it passed all them.
Better plant some shrubs and stuff around the building.
We avoid those. It's like unnecessary scratches.
My bucket with the hammer's still there, so.
We got wasp spray. We have whistles in here or
Put
not?
whistles in our
I
drawers, or?
don't know. I'm just thinking about that. I don't know if we should or not. We should.
You couldn't fit it in mine.
That week when we had that power outage, we heard this boom and we still didn't blow our whistles or anything. Short, the power went out, we had this boom, and it was like, what is that? We should have blew our whistle thinking, oh my gosh.
motion on whether we accept that or not.
Mhm.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
I'll second
We have a motion from Schulte, support from Loring to give approval to the active shooter guidelines presented. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of approval signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. They have approval. We have claims listed as our next item. There's a claim from Bosma Water Service, number 735.
There were two of them.
I missed that.
Thought I saw two of them anyway. Maybe I read the one twice. Make a motion to pay it $735, because I don't see another one now.
it. Second.
A motion from Schulte, support from the board to make the payment of claim number 735 to Bosma Water Service. I will abstain. Any discussion? None. Those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Abstain. We have a remainder to consider.
Support.
We have a motion from Loring, support from Schulte for approval of the remainder of the claims. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Alright, anything under other business, courthouse committee reports? Any final word on insurance savings? or-
I think we
were
made
really
it.
close.
Yeah, I
We're
think
at
we
4
made
weeks
it.
to go.
She was supposed to get an update. I think she should get an update. Supposed to get one today or tomorrow, but I think we made it.
I've not had a lot of luck getting anything drafted or moving on the
Oh.
financial incentive to participate in wellness. Future agenda items, I'll probably highlight that Rochelle sent out that request from ISAC concerning the amicus brief, friend of the court brief thing for the summit challenge by a couple counties in Iowa. She didn't know if she wanted it on the agenda with this presentation being here at the same time. They've got a webinar next week, or later this week, I think. So, might influence if we want that on the agenda. But anything else, or I would recommend we go into recess until the drainage, completion of the drainage districts meeting. See if Sandy's available.
We did make it, got confirmation that we made our 5%, so.
Why do I worry? I'm
As we get close every year, wait to the last second to figure out if we're had it or not.
And yeah, we can talk about that different time.
I should have had, I apologize, I should have had the drainage sooner. I thought this carbon thing would take longer.
This one signed, do you need me to sign it too? Or?
Oh, no, he signed it. Oh, I should give that to you.
The guy never showed up at Jack told about it.
I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah. I don't think he's out here, so.
Okay.
We're good. Yep. And Jeff, wanted to help here. Your camper guy in Harris?
What?
You're the guy in the camper?
Yeah.
He's sitting in Colorado right now on a $25,000 bond, so we'll have to go out there and get him and bring him back here, but, don't have to worry about him anymore, so. Guns and drugs.
And you have the camper out there too?
I'm not sure if you had the camper out there or not. I know it disappeared, so.
Yeah.
So if he's your guy, what's he your guy for? That sounds concerning.
He was set up in the alley for a couple weeks and then he disappeared.
You guys get this while I was up here that day?
Yeah.
Summit presentation,
I would
copy for myself.
George.
That's what I figured, but.
Yeah.
He's just in and out.
To Rochelle, I don't know if she
Are you
wants
copying
one.
that?
Rochelle.
Would you mind copying that for me too? That'd be great, thank you.
Can we make Summit pay for that?
Exactly.
What are they meeting here for?
What?
That guy that got in Colorado. Must have warned you or something.
You live right across from your mom and dad. Had a little meeting. Your wife was going to a meeting at the church the other day,
Oh.
last Sunday, and we were early, so we were driving around. I thought that's where you live. Your wife was there.
Do I gotta get your coffee, or can you get me coffee?
Well,
You say you gotta get up and move around.
Yeah, we keep an eye on
We'll
each other.
stumble on that.
Do we want to adjourn or recess until the end of the drainage district meeting and see if Sandy's available? If there's no opposition to that, I will call for a recess until then.
Thank you.
What do you wanna do? Don't matter.
Since Rochelle's here not to take minutes on who made the motion and second, we'll declare a recess until the end of the drainage district meeting.
Do that.
Unless I don't have that power.
You good, Mike?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I don't know if I do. I'd take a motion to recess.
Motion to recess? Okay.
Right. We have a motion by Loring, support from Schulte to recess this meeting until the completion of the drainage district meetings. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed, same sign.
Quick one today, huh?
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Not a lot.
Met you. I met you in M18 one day and I didn't realize if I got high yet.
Yeah, I see you once in a while.
I can use that color of the pickup.
I like that color too, there's a lot of them colors.
I seen you over there by King's too, doing the driveway or something.
Yeah, we're gonna tear a couple out and put one in. Evidently, this kid's gonna build a house there.
It's redone.
Yeah, so that worked out nice for him. I don't know the guy at all.
Oh, I knew of him when he was younger, they moved over there and he squared away.
Sure.
He worked over there and what he did was live there, so he's on the fire department and everything. Really, fire department, then he got in that bike rack.
Yeah, that's.
But
You got your furnace and everything working good?
Yep, I've had it on for a couple weeks already.
Every day you don't have.
It's
So
on.
you replaced everything, did you?
You sure did. Yeah, it's working good.
Last 2 weeks with 2 meetings.
Carla had, she's having a problem with her
Oh,
air conditioner.
oh, yeah.
It's, the A coil is leaking.
Mm-hmm.
At least you get
They
home.
tell me that if I replace
We was hauling up
the A coil and hook it up to
Not
the
drastically, is it?
compressor.
No, but it used to
Used to
be,
follow the road the whole way.
we said
I'll
1.1
have to
miles.
replace everything.
It used to come up into the county and then skirt along our county and head
I don't
into
wanna do
line.
that, so just
Now, it's, I
replace
guess,
the A
down
coil
the
now.
Bryan side of the county line and they just
And
pop
then
up to the
later
pole
on,
point.
before you,
So they used to run through our
Right.
county.
I said that.
Plus,
back
it used to, I
down.
guess, continue onwards. Now it just,
You know, they
it
change
ends.
that up.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going anywhere else.
Our air was way more
It used to
efficient.
come up.
Didn't they have kind of a main line going through it?
Way more. So I'm anxious to see what our heat bill will be this month.
Now there's something out here.
Oh,
they're just
yeah.
making their way
Our
up to
air,
Caption
yeah.
Point, and that's it. So they're not
Yeah.
continuing into Lyon
When we
County.
changed ours too, it was a lot better.
Our old system's 33 years old, so, because we put it in 33 years ago, so.
We were always Summit, right?
I didn't think we'd still be in this house to replace it again, but here we are. Not going anywhere.
Should be good for 30 years.
Yeah, we won't be in that house for another 30.
They kept their alignment. Now they're changing the alignment.
Summit is always, yeah, I think Summit is always more to the west of us.
guy?
Okay.
Yeah.
And Navigator was
Trucks are keeping up, he said.
Is this one here, they went with 22. But we
And then he was
got-
saying without the tabs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, so.
No, they were
with the
different,
taxes,
different
yes.
companies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But did
subtract the 216.71.
Did it always cut behind that acreage to the
And
west
that was
before? I thought
from,
that might have been.
The other farmer
Sorry.
called before, he didn't, well, he wanted to wait till after the rain.
It always cut up, straight up north.
does it say
Didn't-
where
didn't
they're
use-
from? Not really,
But
no.
now they're using more
Well, here's
of
the one that he had said, this
DOT
Stryer.
right of way, it looks like. I don't know, I'll have to look at the old map.
Oh, exactly. I might have it here.
I think that was my only question. I'll check. If Sandy does happen to pop up, I'll check on
Yeah,
that later.
okay,
I don't know,
sounds good.
getting all the air out. He's pretty good at what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, our furnace last year was starting to have some signs of having problems, and the last time they were out, they said, it's showing signs, we might as well just replace it before.
Okay, I might have it in here, but it's probably in a pile
You know,
before.
instead of nickel and diming us, whatever, might as well just, and we knew it was coming, I mean, we knew we were on borrowed time.
We replaced the unit outside and everything.
So it was in a little,
Yeah.
started in
We
the
did.
big part of the quarter.
Now you shouldn't have to worry about it. 10-year warranty.
I think so, I don't even remember anymore. That was Kurt's
You
deal.
know, how's my
Kurt
water
deal,
tipped over?
Kurt dealed with it.
I didn't pee on the floor. That's what it looks
I thought
like.
maybe I was driving or.
No, I said the water tipped over, sorry.
And then, next morning, me and Fran always get up at 5, and she leave trying to dinner or whatever, but she's looking at the jail roster. It was.
That ambulance call was by now.
Trying to figure it out.
Oh, what's it? Okay, I heard the sirens, so.
Did he do?
EWI, in the truck.
She said they had 6 calls this weekend.
I got over in the South Shore, big spirit there, and that road construction, but the pump house to the west is closed. He's taking trucks right over through the construction signs, and
So you all
that guys are getting.
done with harvest and the field work or still working?
You know, we always got stuff to do, we got livestock, tables to pick up, and
Yeah.
pretty much, we're all done harvesting. Most of the field work's all done.
Oh, good.
Corey Traeger, he had to go in after hours, fix the wall.
Pretty good, yeah.
I guess it
I don't think
has
they were
been
as
that
good
way
as
for a
everybody
while.
expected them to be, but they were
That's
good.
the summit apps.
I always say,
So I know that
we're
property
not
owner was
expecting
fairly opposed to
a
it.
very good crop, it seems like we're always pleasantly surprised. And when we're expecting a big crop, then we're kind of disappointed. It was a good crop. You know, all summer long, we said, oh, the corn crop and bean crop are gonna be tremendous, but
Seemed like it was ideal, wasn't it?
yeah, actually, believe it or not, early it might have been a little too wet, you know, so, I don't know.
You didn't have to dry anything.
No, and that might have been part of the problem too. It got dry, you know, in September,
Some
and
it's
then
going
everything
to
just
North
went,
Dakota, isn't
Yeah,
it?
shrunk up.
yeah.
A little bit lighter weight, so.
No, test plate was good.
I've never been on that.
The prices still aren't very good yet though, right?
Well, yesterday they went up, but Trump made some comment about beef, and that's just racked the beef market the last.
Pretty or nice.
Yeah, it is.
That lady still lives right there, so it's still going up through her property.
Your mother's not very good, you said?
You.
No, I thought she was, I saw her in the bank. It's maybe longer than you thought. It might have been 6 weeks ago.
Or come up.
Yeah, this week is better. Last week was not so
Right
good.
away at the DOT, just
Not taking her meds.
No, yeah.
I had,
come up nettle.
Oh. Your wife the other way.
Oh.
Oh, you getting
Getting your rotor or something that day.
Oh, yeah. On Saturday? Oh, maybe she did say she seen it. Who was it?
No.
No, that one.
I think one of the things that he didn't really talk about, but I think I heard when they were talking about some of these payments or ongoing payments and stuff was that only applies if they get like 90% or something without having to go to condemnation. I think they're trying to put pressure on people to force their neighbors to. Don't be the holdup, you're screwing it for everyone, that kind of thing.
I think they did.
They're playing some games with those payments,
Probably about 6 o'clock.
from what I recall.
Tried calling, because they're not open on Sunday. I want to take it back, so they charge me 24 hours.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. And she has.
They're cutting checks as soon as they get agreement.
Oh,
I would assume, so it would just be future payments that
I
we
know
would
somebody will do that.
I have to check into that.
But if your agreement didn't include that up front, you say, give it to you.
Yeah, no, I got them, they could fall back with it.
I wanted a sucker, but they just gave me a sticker.
Basement drain out.
Sure you put that on?
Because there's a corner in there that.
It is.
And they,
I got no problem.
Right here.
Yeah.
One more part, I'll try to get another piece right away.
There's a lot of names.
For the one on Pierce Avenue.
One right in and the rest just saw people for one.
East side. We're at it.
And she was in the vote for the city.
A roommate.
Yeah, I can't.
So we went
About
home.
65.
Well,
Lindsay's dad, he had a private
same,
room.
stainless.
And country, I just don't know, country, it's 10,800 or something.
Yeah, I say cover it all.
He's hard to reach too.
Then he likes country view or whatever it's called there. He likes that so much
All
better.
that.
I talked to him for about a half hour Sunday. Can't get away from it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I seen Tyler there on the.
He said, according to him, the food's so much better.
Yeah, he told me that same thing Sunday.
How many times?
Usually an hour.
No, we only talked about that. We talked about all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
I very seldom talk to him. Whenever he calls, he talks right to Diane,
No,
and that doesn't hurt my pride.
no.
Pass those around, yes.
Mike, I hear you had a little discussion with my brother.
He had a discussion with me.
Just don't even pay any attention.
Yeah. You heard what I said, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
He says, if you're gonna keep talking like that, I'm gonna drive away, and the next word out of his mouth was, you.
You know, he's so, most of the time, he's so
And
tender.
the worst thing about
I
him-
always have to ask everybody everything.
The worst thing about it was I was gonna do it anyway, but,
Oh.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I apologize for him. Well, Heidi.
Okay, I was just gonna ask you about it. See, I'm sure you don't haul chickens no more.
No, you don't have chickens.
You gotta be getting up there.
He is 71.
See?
So is he the oldest and then Paul? Or Paul was the oldest?
Yeah.
So there was a little gap between you and Heine then.
What's
There's a
that?
little gap between you and Heine then.
Yeah, my mom and dad actually had a little boy died. He was be 2 years older than me at birth. You know,
Okay,
but,
sure.
yeah. So I probably wouldn't even be here if he went, you know, but whatever. You can't argue with him, Mike. At the fairgrounds.
That is such a cool place. Oh, we've been given to the fair board how many years? How many years? Now I have to have, they're kind of considered them a nonprofit. So now I need to either put something in the minutes as an economic development thing, that's why we're giving them money, or a nonprofit contract. We've been doing this for years. But whatever. Whatever.
First I didn't know if I could see you.
Yeah.
It's
not snowing yet. It snows, I didn't see that.
I hope that ain't till March.
Yeah.
Hope it's 1.7.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, good.
They're talking it's supposed to be a rough winter, right? Or a lot of snow.
I don't know, one.
Is it cold?
I've heard both ways.
Yeah, I have to.
I can deal with cold. I don't like
I don't know.
I don't like the snow.
Really upset.
You got kids driving, a husband driving. I don't like the snow so much anymore. Other snow days.
Who's the answer to that? Kenny Loach always told me, I knew the answer to what propane can do.
Yeah.
Right, we have drainage districts 10 and 22 meetings scheduled for this time. Our first consideration will be to approve the agenda supplied for today.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I have a motion from Helmer, support from DeBoer to approve today's agenda. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Agenda would now focus on consider approval to use a drone for drainage districts to get a preliminary report on needed repairs.
And
Something for us?
10 and 22 is
And that is the Ochean River, starts up at Lake Bella and goes to May City. Each district is about 7 miles long. 22 is about 7 miles long. Goes from the state line to A22 roughly is 22, and then from A22 to May City is 10.
It's like the railroad bed's actually dividing.
Yep,
Line of it.
yep, you're exactly right. So what the deal is, I had a request for repair up in District 22 and to fix some washouts. It's starting, they're sandbars.
Is it in yours? Is that yours?
Starting, you know, and the bank's washing out. You wanted some of that repaired, which we can do, you know. But then just right down the river, there's a couple more bad spots. I stopped on a gravel road, you look down the bridges and you can see more damages. So my thought was, if I hire a long hole excavator to go out there to fix these repairs for this one farmer, the other farmers will see it there and then they'll just wanna keep working down the line. So I was thinking if we drone the thing and found all the bad spots, we would know what we're gonna get into as far as, you know, more work coming when they see the excavator there. So that's District 22. In District 10, had a farmer, his field is washing out in multiple places just south of 822 there in section 15. And I know Larry Leckman's been working on that himself without any approval from the drainage district or anything, but he's been doing okay with it. They want to repair the river along his property. They wanted to clear trees, beaver dams, and sediment and erosion from the embankments. So my thought was we could just drone 22 and 10 all at the same time, see what we got, and go on with repairs from there, whether it's minor repairs or not. District 10, the farmer there, he would also suggest a petition for repair. I mean, a major overhaul of that. I suggested we drone it, see how bad the problems are, and if we can correct the smaller problems and go from there after we drone it to see if you really need to get a petition to repair the Ochean River.
Spencer said he could utilize the drone.
Yes, yeah. So I got a price for droning from a local contractor. That was $3,500 to drone it. They would put pin drops and lengths of repair work that would need to be done. And then I got a quote from ISG. They came back at $2,500 to do, you're just droning it, pin drop, and locations of places that would need to be repaired. And that would be for the 2 districts, $2,500. So I suggest going with ISG because it's $1,000 cheaper and we work with them.
You'll be able to identify each
individual
pin drop as to each district. We're planning to
yes. We will have
pass the cost along to the district.
Yep. Otherwise, I can just go ahead and fix those few areas up on Harold Dykstra's ground up there. And then I can go fix these by Larry Luckman's and Dan Hartwig's ground there and just wash my hands of it. And if anybody else wants work, they can just come in and get a request for repair or a petition if they want to go that far.
I had that agriculture place, Agra. They came in. Yeah, they have a drone now too, so they must really watch the agenda. So.
Oh, they saw our agenda, so they.
And who
Yeah.
was that?
Who?
The new guys.
Those new guys. A-Gray.
Two guys that came to give us.
The 2 young guys that are starting out that business, I seen
They didn't have a drone, but now I guess they do have a drone.
I read it too.
Yeah, they emailed us already and it's like, they must really watch the agenda.
Well, even for that droning to go to the next level, they could do a LiDAR but that would have been $25,000, and that's a topography of everything, you know? That's an actual survey of the Ochean River, which I don't feel we need to go that far. But, so basically just, do we want to try and fix the multiple things that are happening, or just stick with, you know, the 2 farmers that have approached me and keep going on? I really feel like if we droned it, we would have record there and we could address a lot of situations knowing what we're getting into instead of getting out there, starting some work, and then somebody says, well, as long as you're here, you want to do some more. I mean, we could do that too, but.
Do you see potential trouble with, because if we know of a repair need, we're obligated to do repairs.
Okay.
If we identify areas of concern and go ahead and take care of them, as long as equipment's on site or would it, you know, to reduce costs, are we gonna run into trouble with landowners saying I didn't authorize that, or?
Okay, that's.
I think it depends on how expensive it gets, right? Because you hit a threshold, don't you, where you then have to do a petition.
Yes.
I don't know about repairs.
Well, I think it's basically repairs that we can get by with.
Okay, so repairs, there's not a ceiling or a threshold that you have to go over.
I think it's like $50,000 where engineer's office can go ahead and do it without authorization from you guys, but anything over that then has to go through you guys for repairs. I don't.
Yeah, that 50,000 sounds accurate, but yeah, don't quote me on that either.
Sounds right.
Agravia.
Yeah, Agravia. They're the ones that reached out on Friday or yesterday.
I'd make a motion to go with Mike's recommendation of ISG.
Support.
Sorry, if I may ask, what's this meeting about?
It's meeting the Board of Supervisors.
All right, yep. And you can find out more about that online. if I
Yep,
want
we
that
post
information.
our agendas and meeting times, and
All right, thank you,
they're
sir.
open to the public. Okay. Would you mind stating your motion for me, since I didn't?
I made a motion to go with Mike's recommendation of ISG to drone, 10 and 22.
$2,500. We have a motion from Helmer, support from Schulte to move forward with the recommendation of ISG at $2,500 for droning. My question is, or make sure we're on the same page, that is a cost borne by the drainage districts that they identify?
Yep.
And then I'm thinking, like, if we do find a lot of problems on that and we feel like we're gonna go over that 50,000 or 100,000, then I'll have to come back to you guys to see how far we're gonna go with it. So this is just like a preliminary to know where we're standing for repairs on those 2 districts.
You don't have to name the local for my concerns, but it wasn't our EMA director with the drone locally, was it?
No,
I didn't personal out
No.
that sucker, no.
no.
Well, I just wonder, is that a
Oh, well,
use that could be reimbursed to EMA versus, I mean, county purchased the drone and.
No, but I could have, I took a pre-test so far, so I'm pretty close, but we can, lawfully fly it with another, mat or someone.
and then if they can do like the pin drops and give locations of where they're at,
We should.
I'm not opposed to the motion, I just had wondered if that was an option internally more
maybe
so
we can
than.
try something a little bit smaller with you guys first and see how that works.
Yeah, I don't know what your time frame is on it. I saw the drill and that perked my ears, so I also, I thought if it was something that we could do internally too. But I'm sure I can have GPS locations, latitude, longitude, pin it. Set or 14 miles. Be moving a lot because you only go 2,000 feet. away from the drone so we can move them. That's up to you guys, so I just.
The other thought was whether we wanted to reach out to that Agravia. I don't know. Their flyer says $100 per an hourly rate, all services. I'm guessing ISG is higher than that. So.
Yeah, I think when they came, they didn't have a drone, but they do now, so that's why they reached out to us. I don't know.
You know, that might, no, I didn't tell them.
Anything further or want to vote on the motion? Hearing no further discussion, all those in favor of the motion signify with aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Aye. That's all we had on this agenda. Anything further for comment or anything? All right, we would look to adjourn this meeting. Motion by DeBoer, support from Loring to adjourn the meeting. Any further discussion? Don't discuss it. Those in favor signify with aye. I don't think this was
That
mine.
might be yours, actually.
I was gonna say, somebody.
It might be yours. You know, we have auditors, I have to move your mats, your things up there, so,
I had one like that too.
Oh.
I don't have it anymore.
well, maybe it's up there, I apologize.
We did have a motion from Loring and support from Schulte to go into recess
Okay.
on the
Who's that?
regular meeting.
Loring and Schulte?
Yep.
Okay.
Is Sandy available?
I'll call her Lawrence.
I never changed mine. There might be something on that I need.
And I get a motion to re-enter a regular meeting.
I'll make that motion. To re-enter the regular meeting. Second.
A motion by Helmer, support from Loring to re-enter our regular meeting. Any discussion? All those in favor signify with aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. We're in our meeting. Rochelle reached out to Sandy, but not able to.
Answering. Should I go to
Yeah,
Melvin?
sure.
She's probably not back yet, I'm guessing.
Then we would go back to discuss interview process for ambulance coordinator position. Is there action we want to take apart from Sandy being available for discussion? If we're giving approval to an interview team, I would like to see a representative from our board, and if Jerry's volunteering, I'm fine with that. Otherwise, the committee assignee, I would have thought, but Mike probably not opposed to.
We'll do it all. Do we need a motion for Jerry or?
I think we need a motion for the committee. So that we have it. So right now I have Ty Schultz, Don Schoberg, Berlin Kenninger, Sandy Smith, and Jerry Helmers on that committee.
Is that the full advisory board or just the three she had?
Just the three that she talked to.
Okay.
Unless somebody else really wants to, but I will do it.
No, you did pretty good for the EMAs.
What's that?
You did pretty darn good for the EMAs. Good to me. Yeah, me too.
Do we have a motion for the interview team as discussed?
If yours was the motion, I'll support it.
I'll make the motion.
A motion from Loring, support from Schulte to identify the interview team for the ambulance coordinator position as advisory board members Ty Schultz, Don Scholberg, and Berlin Kenninger, Sandy Smith, and board rep Jerry Helmers. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign.
I'll abstain.
And we would then look to adjourn our meeting.
Support.
There's a motion from DeBoer, support from Helmers for adjournment of our meeting. All those in favor signify with aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign.